Um, every Monday morning, millions of really smart, capable people walk into their offices. They set down their coffee, and then they just completely forget how to speak.
Yeah, it's like a total brain freeze.
Exactly. And it's not because of some massive work crisis. It's literally just a coworker asking a simple question. How was your weekend?
Right. And in that split second, you just panic. Your mind goes completely blank.
You desperately want to be friendly. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, but you just cannot remember a single thing you did for the last 2 days. So you smile and say, it was good.
Which basically just slams the door shut on the whole conversation.
It really does. So today we are doing a deep dive into exactly why that happens and more importantly, how to fix it. We're looking at some really interesting source material today.
Yeah, it's actually a transcript from an English learning program.
Right. But what's so cool is that it goes way deeper than just a basic vocabulary lesson. It's practically a masterclass on the social side of small talk.
Oh, totally. Because the awkwardness we feel, it isn't really about not knowing the words, it's a misunderstanding of what small talk is even for.
Yes, exactly. We're going to explore how just changing a few simple words can completely transform that Monday morning panic into, a real moment of connection.
I love that. It's all about how we frame our time.
So let's start with that panic. It's the psychology of the blank mind.
Yeah.
Why does this harmless question make us freeze up? I mean, we all have weekends, we all do things.
Well, the source calls out this thing, we could call it the action star myth.
The action star myth. Okay, tell me more about that.
Yeah, so there's this feeling, maybe it comes from social media and seeing everyone's highlight reels, that a story is only good if it's some huge adventure.
Oh, right. Like if you didn't do something crazy, it doesn't count.
Exactly. People secretly think that if they didn't, climb a mountain or fly off to Paris, their weekend is just too boring to talk about.
So we compare our normal, quiet weekends to this impossible movie star standard, and obviously it falls short.
Right, and we judge our own lives as boring, which leads straight to that, it was good answer.
But wait, why do we feel that pressure? When a coworker asks about your weekend, they aren't expecting you to have climbed Mount Everest, right?
No, not at all. We just misunderstand the rules of the game. We think they want us to give them mind-blowing facts.
Like a data transfer.
Yes. But small talk isn't a data transfer. It's actually a way to build trust. It's like how animals groom each other to show they're friendly.
Wow, okay, so it's not about the facts, it's about establishing rapport.
Exactly. When someone asks, how was your weekend? They are just reaching out. They're saying, hey, I acknowledge you. Let's connect.
So when you just say, it was good, and stop talking, you aren't just hiding a boring weekend, you're actually rejecting their invitation to connect.
Yep, you're declining the connection. And that is exactly why it feels so awkward for everybody.
That completely changes how I see it. It's an offering, not a test. But knowing that doesn't make a quiet weekend easier to talk about.
Yeah, you still need the right words.
Right. So if the goal is to accept that invitation, how do we talk about a weekend where we genuinely didn't do much without sounding like we just sat in a dark room all weekend?
This is where framing comes in. It's all about the words you choose.
Okay, let's look at a basic example from the transcript. The instinct for someone who just stayed home might be to say, I stayed in my house all weekend doing nothing.
Right, which sounds a bit negative, It sounds kind of passive, like life just happened to you.
Yeah, it almost sounds a little sad. But the source material gives a really great upgrade here. Instead of doing nothing, you say it was low key.
Low key, it's such a great phrase.
Like, I had a pretty low key weekend just relaxing at home. That just feels so different.
It really does. It shifts the feeling from, being passive to actively taking care of yourself. It sounds confident.
Another one I really liked was the phrase catching up on. Like, I was catching up on sleep or catching up on some TV shows.
Yes, that one is so useful for professionals.
It's almost like paying off a time debt, right? Like during the week, we get so busy and tired, so the weekend is for balancing the scales.
That's exactly why it works. Your coworkers know you're busy. By saying you're catching up, you show that you're resting on purpose to recharge for the week.
But let me push back on this a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a danger here of just, I don't know, putting a fancy spin on being lazy?
What do you mean?
Well, if I spend 2 days on the couch eating junk food and then I go to work and call it a low-key weekend catching up on cinema, isn't that just faking it? Does it really change how we feel?
That's a fair point, but it's not really about faking it. It's about managing the emotional tone of the conversation.
Okay, managing the tone.
Yeah, like if you say you did nothing, you kind of make things awkward. The other person might feel pity for you.
Oh, I see. They have to carry the weight of your boring weekend.
Exactly. But if you call it low key, you take ownership, you project satisfaction, and honestly, it usually makes the other person a little jealous.
Wait, really? Jealous of doing nothing?
Totally. Because everyone is so busy these days. Having the time for a truly low key weekend is actually a luxury.
Wow, that's true. People usually respond with, "Oh man, I wish my weekend was low key." You turn an awkward moment into something you both appreciate.
Exactly. You build common ground.
Okay, but what if you didn't get to rest at all?
Yeah.
A lot of times we stay home, but we're just doing annoying chores,
Yeah.
cleaning, fixing things, laundry.
Right, which is not relaxing at all.
And if you list all those chores, it just sounds like you're complaining.
Oh, yeah. And bringing that heavy complaining energy to a Monday morning really kills the vibe. It puts a burden on the listener.
So how do we fix that? The source says we shouldn't say things like, "My weekend was very much busy with many works."
Right, that sounds a bit clumsy and negative. Instead, you zoom out. You focus on the result, not the boring details.
Like saying, "I got a lot done around the house," or "I knocked out some chores." I really love that visual knocking out chores.
Yeah, it's a great action phrase.
It's like you're a boxer, just efficiently winning a match against your to-do list. Why is it so much better to say, "I got a lot done," instead of listing every single thing you cleaned?
Because it shows you are in control. When you list all the tiny chores like, I went to the store, I fixed a door, I did laundry, you sound exhausted.
Like you're a victim of your own house.
Exactly. But saying, I had a really packed weekend, or I got a lot done, projects, satisfaction. You were busy, but you handled it.
It's brief, it's positive, and it respects the other person's time.
Yep. It replaces exhaustion with a feeling of quiet productivity.
Okay, so that covers staying in.
Yeah.
But what about when we actually leave the house? How do we talk about seeing friends or going places without sounding, well, robotic?
The transcript has some really cool tips for this. It points out that just saying, I went to a new coffee shop is a bit plain.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
functional. I went to a place. What's the upgrade?
The phrase checked out, as in, I checked out a new coffee shop.
Oh, I like that. Checked out. It sounds way more curious, like you're an explorer discovering a hidden gem in your town.
Right. It's much more active. It invites the listener into the feeling of discovery with you.
What about talking about friends? This part of the source material was fascinating to me. If you use really formal language, it just sounds wrong.
Yeah, like saying, I participated in a meeting with my friends.
It sounds so stiff, like a business transaction, not a friendship.
Exactly. To a native speaker, it just feels cold. The guide suggests using casual phrasal verbs like hung out or got together.
We hung out or we got together. Why do casual phrases like that do a better job of showing friendship? Is it just because it's informal?
It's more than that. It's about warmth. When you use those casual phrases, you're subconsciously telling your coworker, hey, we're equals. I'm dropping the formal business act.
Oh, so you're actually signaling trust by using everyday language.
Yes, it relaxes everyone. It paints a happy picture of a shared experience.
And when you paint that picture, it naturally invites follow-up questions, especially if you mention food.
Oh, food is the ultimate icebreaker.
Right. If you say, "We checked out a new Italian place," they will definitely ask about it. Was the pasta good? What did you order?
Everybody loves talking about food. It's a universal connector.
Suddenly you're sharing recommendations
Mhm.
and the conversation is flowing perfectly. It's the same with travel, right? The source suggests saying, "Went away for the weekend," instead of giving a huge, braggy travel report.
Exactly. It's interesting, but it leaves room for them to ask, oh, where did you go?
Which actually leads us to the most important part of this whole interaction, the two-way street.
Right, passing the ball.
Yes, because you can use low key. You can say you were catching up or that you checked out a restaurant. But if you just stop talking after your sentence,
The conversation just dies.
exactly, you cannot let your sentence end with a period. Small talk isn't a speech. It's a game of catch.
That's a perfect way to describe it. If they throw you the ball by asking about your weekend, you have to throw it back.
And the source gives us the perfect magic question to throw the ball back. You just say, how about you? Did you get up to anything fun?
Did you get up to anything fun? It's such a great phrase.
Why is it so effective? Why not just say, and you?
Because it totally lowers the pressure. The word fun is so subjective, right?
Right. Fun could mean anything.
Exactly. They could say, yeah, I went to a concert. Or they could say, no, I just stayed home and did laundry. Either answer is totally fine.
Oh, I see. It gives them an easy way out. Even if they had a boring weekend, they can answer honestly without feeling weird about it.
Right. It takes the spotlight off you and turns it into a moment of empathy. If you both just stayed home and did chores, now you have something in common.
You can just laugh about how much laundry you both did.
Yeah.
You're building a real connection instead of just pretending to be super busy professionals.
And that's the whole point. It's not about sounding impressive. It's about removing the friction and just connecting with another human being.
That is such a great takeaway.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, the main thing to remember is that you really don't need to be an action hero to survive Monday morning.
Not at all.
You just need to be intentional with your words. Frame your rest as a low-key choice. Talk about your chores as a packed and productive weekend. Use casual phrases like checked out and hung out.
And above all, remember to pass the ball back. Make it easy for them to talk to you.
So next time someone asks about your weekend, there's no need to panic, no need for that blank mind, and definitely no need to just say, it was good.
Right, you got the toolkit now.
You really do. You can turn this routine, kind of scary question into a real chance to build some friendships at work. But before we go, I want to leave you with one final thought to mull over.
Oh, I love these.
We spent this whole time talking about how these words like low-key, productive, and discovering change how other people see you.
Right.
But think about this. What if you consistently use these words to describe your own life? If you stop saying you did nothing and start telling people you made peaceful, low-key choices.
Oh, wow.
If you stop complaining about chores and start narrating your life as packed and productive. Could changing the way you talk to others actually rewrite your own memory?
That is really profound.
Could mastering small talk actually trick your own brain into realizing how good your life really is?
The language we use to connect with others might be the exact same language we need to connect with ourselves.
I love that. Keep passing that ball, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one.